All right, I'll start it off. So, honestly, we just kind of came in here because we really just wanted to get started. Welcome to TBH, where we will be talking about some of the background scenes of what we, what we discuss. I'll have different people on here. We'll be discussing it's anything in the background, because I feel like everybody always sees the end results. And everybody always sees the glitz and glamour, but nobody ever, no one really ever talks about what really going on in the background, why certain things happen a certain way. So that is what our job is here today. All right, my name is Justin.
Tiggy.
D5.
JT.
It's good. And today we're going to sit here and speak about some of the ins and outs of promotion, party planning, event planning, concert, artist management, a little bit of everything. We're going to kind of speak about the industry in general because I feel like there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of comments out there that quite frankly, y'all don't be knowing what y'all talking about. I'm sorry, y'all just don't. And we're here to clarify. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? We're here to clarify. And it's also a lot of people that don't need to be talking that are talking because you ain't never been the big dog. You've been the little one, but we're going to get into that. So, first subject that I'm really going to get into today is about, the first subject that I really want to get into. Let me see which one I want to start with, y'all. There's a lot to get to today. I want to talk about, like we always talk about, right? So, for us, we're event planners, all right? Now Five, he's more into the, artist management role, which, we'll kind of touch on that basis later, but he has been around and has been through the process. So that's why he's here. He's able to speak on everything that we're able to speak on because he knows the background, right? And his process is similar to our process. All right. We're event planners. All right. Ladies, I'm just going to get on this one real quick. Please do not call me asking me to come get you to the door. All right? We actually have things to do. You have your event planners and you have your promoters. Do not call me a promoter. I am not a promoter. Yeah, we really plan real events.
Really don't like that.
I'm for real. You get what I'm saying though?
Not for real.
We plan events. I'm not a promoter. So we have a start to finish. We are putting together the theme. JT's making the flyer. We have websites. We're setting the ticket prices. We're negotiating deals with the owners, whether it be percentage splits, whether it be we got to put up an upfront cost to handle expenses. If something go left, we're responsible for it.
For sure.
All right?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? All of us here can attest. We done took some couple $1,000 losses before, and it done hurt. All right? Now, you have your promoters, right? I remember, I saw on Instagram the other day, I saw them posting like new section rules or whatever like that.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all little niggas don't get y'all shit up out of here, bro, y'all niggas is not that fucking, no, wait, so I seen something on Instagram where, and I'm not gonna say the name because I don't even know where it really started.
But some of the rules is valid.
Some of the rules is valid.
Kept going.
Oh, you ain't seen it? Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up for you.
I remember something. Look. It was like they got it if you gonna be inside the section. You get what I'm saying? Dude specifically, you gotta tip more than just putting the tip.
I want you to read that bit.
Okay.
I want you to read that.
You gonna read word from word?
Yeah,
I'll start from the first one.
Start from the first. Yeah, you can start. You can read them, JT.
Ladies, if I invite you out, your plus one must be of equal or greater value.
All right,
I ain't seen
ladies, what does that mean?
Did I say what? No, I did not.
No, this is the full list. This is the full list, y'all. All right. So what do it mean, ladies? If I invite you out, your plus one must be of equal or greater value. That means don't bring no ugly.
No,
my bad.
You can't say ugly.
I'm sorry.
Match the vibe.
I'm sorry. I don't want to get canceled already. It's episode 1. It's episode 1. Please know your friend group. Just like we know our friend groups, please know your friend group. You know what lady you bringing out is aesthetically pleasing, which one is it?
But I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes you could bring out somebody that's not aesthetically pleasing, but it can be funny.
You know what I'm saying?
They gonna turn that section.
That's facts though. That's facts. But we gotta balance it out 3-1. All right.
The ratio still gotta be that.
The rate it gotta balance out. It gotta balance out. You gotta balance it out 3-1. You feel me? That's number one. So then it says 2, fellas, buying hookah is no longer a form of contribution to the section. Now, this one is valid. I'm tired of y'all coming in doing free stuff, all right? It still costs, you know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, all right, which I'll get to that at the end of the list, but with that being said, there is a caveat to that. You feel me? Because if you bring a section to my play, like if you bring a section to the table, and then you want to buy a hookah there because you don't really drink like that, because I do have friends that drink, so there are caveats to that, then I'll be okay. Especially if we've been locked in enough. Or at least you let me know ahead of time, because some days I'm feeling good. You feel me? It says 3, heels are a requirement, not a request. This is the club, not Pilates.
Okay.
That's tweet, dog.
Yeah, that's tweet.
That's where you lost me.
You lost me with that one.
Please be comfortable, because I know, you know what I'm saying, me personally, I like my section active, you know what I'm saying? I like my parties active, but that's where we're going to get into the club section culture versus party culture in a minute.
Going off that, I had made a post probably like a month or 2 ago.
Yeah.
And I said, I basically was like, do heels make y'all feel like, I know they make y'all feel like a bad bitch, but I don't feel like it's necessary. Like, you basically using the heels, saying that the heels makes you the bad bitch. Like, they have a whole outfit and they gotta wear heels, but they be in pain. Like, they be like, I saw a girl told me she put on numbing cream on her feet so she wouldn't feel her heels. I said, is that deep?
You heard they said beauty hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the event. Sometimes them heel the best thing they got a thong on their feet.
If it's my
it's
girl,
really going on. No, he had he had like a questionnaire on his thing, bro. I'm talking about 100 comments. Like, they were just like,
I'm just saying, if you my girl, I don't even want you to be in no kind of pain. Take the modes off. Like, you bad as fuck. This is right here all I need to see. I'm not walking up to you and going, I'm probably gonna look at your toes.
There are times for heels now. There are times for heels.
Now you saying your girl come out, she got the all black netted fit on. She gonna throw some J's on?
No, it don't gotta be no J's. It's a lot. I went through this too. A girl had said something like that. I was like, so y'all got flats. Y'all got so many designer stuff. Y'all be with designer shoes. Y'all be wearing that's not tennis shoes that still look good with the fit. And they were just like, I mean, you right, but they were just like, it's just that stereotype of the heels always being, oh, I'm a woman. I'm an upper class or woman.
Yeah. Well, ladies, y'all you gotta ask them on that one. Like I said, there are times for heels. You feel me? But I agree. I feel like when we're out, we're supposed to be having fun. You can't have fun and be uncomfortable.
And then it's another thing. You wear the heels and then you take them off.
They gonna kick them off
when
anyway.
you get in the section.
I be seeing, you know how many times we done seen when we doing a let out, and you walking out, it be over under three sets of heels in the club. Hey, we be having bets about. Wait, what? What?
Picking them up, like, and it's funny because they take off the heels, don't even remember they left them. Like,
and
how many times we cleaning the club up and it's heels. Fellas, if you don't buy a bottle or put it on the tab, don't stand on the couch. Well, let me just stop right there.
Stop standing on my couch.
Stop standing on the couch in the first fucking place. I don't care if you bought 5 bottles of Azul. Stop standing on the couch. The couch standing is for the vibes. Stop it.
In the section buyer.
My bad. In the section. If I don't walk up and say your name on the section, as in your card is down, so that means you handle taxes and gratuity.
Exactly. And tip.
Right? And tip. Do not stand on the damn section. And if you standing on the section, please know your look status. Standing on the section, ladies. I don't care. I'm gonna get canceled. Oh, I'm telling y'all, we might get canceled for this after day 1, but it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Let's see, ladies. If you are a guest, please don't invite more guests. Debatable. I'll tell you if I want to or not.
Come on, I'm putting 50 in this section.
I
don't care.
What Drake said, and I like it crowded. You know what I'm saying? I do. You know what I mean? I'm going to have some vibes with it. That's just me, though. And there'll be times, right? If we're going to an El Malo, that's different. And I got a table at El Malo, I got my 7 and that's it. But 9 times out of 10, that's more of a, you know what I'm saying, more of a personal, you got your play, we just out type vibe.
But we in opium, I need 30, 40 deep. No?
We in the section. We coming through. Conversations are limited to 30 seconds max. We're in a club. You do not need to ask me your life story. That is correct. I hate that shit. Yeah. I hate when y'all come asking me about plays and putting on, and I'm in the middle of working. Please stop doing that. Yeah. They be like, hey, bruh, man, I got this venue, and whole time I'm over here like, bro, do you not see a line of 500 people I'm trying to get in?
Section line backed up.
Section line backed up. Lady deposits, man. She being slow with her car. You know what I'm talking about from New Year's Eve.
No, I can't lie. I can't lie. Somebody did kind of come at me like that one time, man. It was like I respected it because it was like the way he had did it, but it was like I'm in the, like you said, I'm in the middle of trying to run the line. I got to run to the car, grab this for the party, and
like,
then you break out and be like, "So how you got started, bro? Like, where did it all start from?" I'm like,
yeah.
I can't talk about this right now.
I'm like, bro, what you mean? Niggas want me to break down my whole life story. Trey, it really be like that, though. It be so, like, I'm talking about, we was at Ski. I know exactly what you're talking about. We was at Ski. Wanted me to break down my whole life story. We trying to figure out how to get the building open. We not worried about that right now. We trying to get set up. We got $8,000 outside. I'm trying to get this thing set up. Now, with that being said, this is why I always say you have your event planners, right? I got your big dogs, and then you got your VIP warriors. If you ain't on percent, you a little nigga. If you only sell sections and get commission off of your section plays, you a little nigga. Straight like that. I know I'm finna hurt some feelings. You have no right to speak on what really goes on with the event. You are an extra. You are not needed. This was gonna happen with or without you. They could have just called the number. I'm here to speak on it. It's gonna be real uncomfortable today. Yeah, it's gonna be real. That's why it's called TBH. Cause it's gonna get real uncomfortable. It's a lot of these little niggas in Atlanta. Y'all are in the way. Y'all are a waste of time. You have never put up for a venue a day in your life.
Yeah.
You don't have an LLC for it. You don't have where your COI at? You don't even know what that is.
You just blank. This is passionate.
No, because it's 2026. We are done. I'm done with these little niggas that be making that, and then I be seeing some of these dudes repost. Like, wait a minute, you the nigga we talking about? You the one that don't be having $50 for the goddamn hookah for the section and bringing 3 ugly hoes in the bit. I'm sorry. Ugly, non-aesthetically pleasing women. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna get canceled on day one. Right?
Get the terms right.
I know. I'm not gonna get canceled on day one. I apologize, but I'm just tired of a lot of these dudes out here that are they're not even a main promoter. You're a sub promoter under a main promoter. You're not even getting paid a percentage. You're on a ticket deal. You're a little nigga. What are you speaking on this for? Build your rank up. You don't even have an email list. You don't have a phone list. You sell 1 to 5 sections every other day. And don't sit here and say, well, I sold 5 sections on New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve. Duh. Call me when you do it on a regular weekend, on a base-to-base. Call me when you have your own group and your own sub-promoters, et cetera, et cetera. Call me when you're really impacting lives, when bartenders are coming up to you saying, yeah, I made 500. I make 500 every time you come in, right? Call me when you're impacting lives where, man, every time they hear, I make rent in a day, right? Call me when you're impacting lives, cutting checks off, making sure videographers are paid, making sure DJs are paid, right? With or without the party going well. Call me when you take that risk. When you've really taken those risks on a day in, day out basis, then you can come talk to me.
And then that's what separates when people say they don't like the term promoter.
Promoter versus, that's why I don't like the term promoter. Because promoter is putting me in the category with those little niggas.
With the nigga that is just on the flyer.
He's just on the flyer. He DMing. Those are the ones that y'all be like, oh, he talked to every girl. Oh, he talked to this, and that. Bro, first of all, rule number 1. That's why, as I'm an event planner. I don't touch the product. Ain't that the rule of the trap? You don't touch the product. Most of the women, 5, am I wrong, bro? Most women that, as an artist developer, you're not finna be talking to a girl that's always backstage and things like that. Most of the women that I want to speak to, right? They're not involved with the industry. She at home reading a book. She juicing. Wellness, right? She outside here and there, friend's birthday, if she with me. Blase, right? We know y'all section warriors. It's a couple of y'all. We know. I don't want to start naming names, but We see you in a new section every week.
Nah, going back on what you just said about
Oh God.
going back about
Opium, Magic, Babas.
Babas,
You go from Babas to Highness back to Babas. God damn,
They
girl.
don't got no type of club. They go to all
everything. Flow.
Then Mila,
Mila, Flow.
Insomnia,
Be on the west side.
MJQ.
VVS. Oh no.
If you got a couch, they there.
If you got a couch and Don Julio, Repo. They there.
Nah, going back to what you say, you want your girl, wellness in the house, all that. So, how do you feel about when girls be like, they can't take you serious because of what you do?
Because they got promoters and event planners mixed up. That's why. They so used to dating promoters, they not used to dating event planners.
Exactly.
Because be real, right? All of our OGs and the big dogs, they got wives, kids, girlfriends, houses, 401ks, Roth IRA, because they making real money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On top of, and let me be real with y'all. Another thing too, I need to speak on this one too. A lot of y'all niggas need to go get a fucking job.
For real.
I have health insurance benefits, right? He has a car rental business, right? Very successful car rental business. That's what he does during the day. Graphic designer, multimedia company during the day. Artist management, working during the day. You know what I'm saying? Me, supply chain management. Event planning until I'm on Rolling Loud level and I got 13 million a show coming in, and then I own my own businesses and things of that nature. Okay, great. Then I'll move on. But yeah, some of y'all niggas need to go get a job.
Yeah, I'm saying, don't be fooled. These folks is working.
Atlanta, like real event planners, they working. We have a schedule. We go work out. We enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? We have businesses. We do other things. Partying is not the only thing I do. I know it's probably all you see on social media, but it's mainly because the rest of it's really none of your business.
That's real.
It's my girl. It's my shot business. You know what I'm saying? Where when that day does come, you know what I mean? It's shot business, but not yours.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what I mean? I'll let y'all see what you want to see. Now I will say I feel like we do need to start shedding more light onto that, so that we can start letting people know what the difference is.
I mean, in our role, like, people don't look at us to have a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is our job.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of folks in Atlanta that all they do is promote and scam. Mm-hmm. Pathetic.
But don't get me wrong, when I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that part. But I'm just saying, like, when you say, like, going to get a job, like, it's supposed to try to go get a job. They just can't get a job. Everybody cards is not in the same.
And that's
what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so but what are you doing besides that, right? You just hit, okay, boom. Let's just say, all right, it's, I'm going to just say, it's AUC Spring Week. We just did this. Boom. We just hit for a 50 ball. You got 10 in your pocket. Why are you not taking 5 and going?
You gotta go invest it. Yeah,
go invest in a bit. You took 5 and went and bought a Zool and opium the next day. That's your problem right there. That don't got. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't get nothing serious. You can't take yourself serious.
Yeah, for real. That five can be a down deposit
on a box truck,
building, bro.
on a building, on a route, on a bread route. There's so many things you could do with that. Get your LLC in order. Get your credit in order. Get your things in order. These are things you can do. Manage your money correctly. Okay, I got this 5. I'm going to put this away for 2 months of rent, and then I got this to go out. Like, we could go pop it tomorrow. You feel me? 10 Azul bottles, 10 Don, 10 whatever. But, like, what? No, there's no.
You know, OG told me that they were saying that our generation so kind of messed up because we don't think about our consumers. You know what I'm saying? So us as promoters, they look at us as like no job. We spending fast money, fast life and shit. But they trying to keep up with us or the people that they see. But in reality, they were like, what if y'all went back and showed everybody having a job is cool, having a roommate is cool. You know what I'm saying? Splitting bills down is cool. Now most of our consumers got more money to come out and come spend money. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a great job. That's a great point that I want to speak on our consumers, right? So one thing I want to say is, one thing I hate, right? I hate event planners and or promoters that when they get a little bit of traction on an event, right? Now all of a sudden it's 40, 60, 80. And it's just like, and it's out of nowhere, right? I get it at the end maybe, you feel me? Because like, why are you coming at the end? Like you just tried it. But one thing I hate is like, first of all, understand the economy right now. Hey, look, opium. No, I'm sorry, not opium, Amber. My bad, Amber. I'm speaking to you specifically. I'm not paying $400 for a $60 bottle. Stop it. You ask them out-of-towners to do it.
What's that?
Stop it. All right? Baba's, Highness, they got the formula. That's it. They got the formula.
They definitely
They got the formula. They understand the economy. I'm going to make 3x profit, which is what, if you look at the average sale of a business for liquor, that's what you're supposed to make on liquor sales.
3 times, yo.
You're supposed to make 3 times per bottle. That keeps your business flowing and it keeps profit margins and everybody's paid. Don's 150, 200 some days. I'm okay with that. No Don Julio repo should be over $200.
Why am I spending $300 to $400 for a bottle?
For
bro?
what?
For one bottle.
For what? I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with that at all. Stop it. And I'm gonna make sure this is posted and put everywhere. Those days are over. It's done.
And I'm saying, don't get this wrong, because as promoters saying, damn, bro, why you saying no $300 bottles when we said $300 bottles? That's not by choice. Like, if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't wake up and say, I want to sell the bottle this high. But, you know, clubs got their own little rules and establishment. We got to get with it. But we're not saying that it's right.
Because
but,
at the end of the day, we have to provide a space for y'all to have fun. Because you're gonna want to have fun.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, sometimes we don't always get to admit. We fight for y'all. By all means, consumers, let me be very clear. I would rather, ladies, y'all got till midnight to get in free. You can't get here by midnight, that's on you. Prepare better next time. You feel me? And I won't charge you over $20. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Right? Number two, I don't believe in bottles unless it's 42 or Azul. Then that's different. But I don't believe in Terramana being over 150. I don't believe in Don Repo being over 200. I don't believe in Don Blanco or Repo. I really don't care. Because then some people have preferences. You know, you get those people that like Blanco. So I don't believe in Don Repo being over 200. Everybody needs to get on the same page. Yeah. They're not, because some people feel they're stuck in their old ways. You got some old ass owners that's just stuck in their old ways, and they're not.
But they not really stuck in their old ways, because, bro, nigga wasn't popping $400 worth of Don Repo 10 years ago.
Yeah, but they were popping $400 worth of Hennessy.
But you know what I'm saying? But guess what? Though, at the same time, though, $400 worth of Hennessy was only 8 to 10 sessions in the club that hold 2,000 people.
That's another thing, too. So, yeah, we have to get, that's another thing. You're right? We have to, and speaking on sections, y'all have heard me already say it. It's too many damn sections in these clubs. We got to get back to a balance. But you want to know why, though? Wait, hold on. I got this one, though. You want to know why it's not a balance, though?
What?
Because a lot of these event planners and promoters can't promote for real. They can sell. Look, they got them, right? You got the main guy. I'm not gonna say no names for real, because you know there's some that can, but you got the main guy, right? And then they'll have like 4 or 5 sub promoters that they cut, checks off to, because everybody's responsible to sell 3 to 10 sections, right? They see when you have a balance, right? When you have 10 sections and then you have room for a dance floor, now the DJ matters. Now you can't cut costs on the DJ, right? You got to have a DJ that makes people move. Trey, right? Back in the day, you couldn't book no bullshit. You couldn't book your homeboy for 150 in a cookout tray, right? You had to bring the big dogs through. DJs start matter, and DJs, I fight for y'all, because you know me, I don't play by no DJ. I'm very peculiar about how I book as a DJ, right? Your DJ matters now, all of a sudden, right? How you treat your customers matter, because you're having to deal with more people, right? Because now, you know what I'm saying, it isn't just the same 20, 30 people or a couple birthdays coming in, buying a section, and then you can just go on about your day. No, you actually have to have good customer service to attract a consistent 500 people week in and week out to dance and want to have fun, right? When you go to MJQ, the line has to actually move fast, right? Now you have to you can't hide behind free till 11 and I'm gonna hold the line till 10:59. You can't hide behind that anymore. My thing is that a lot of these dudes can't promote for real and don't have actual good people skills. And because of that, they hide it behind selling a bunch of sections. Because when everybody's in a section, nobody can mingle with each other. You can't go holla at shouting. when she in another nigga section. That's disrespectful, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, to me, I feel like, oh, y'all can't. That's why they don't. That's why they hiding behind these sections, because now these club owners actually have to do things the proper way.
I mean, well, even when you look at a section culture, most people are, like I say, promoters are promoters because you're doing one thing. You're promoting something for the owner. The difference between a promoter and an event planner is the owner of the building sets their bottle prices for a certain reason so the club can profit a certain amount.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? A promoter is not coming in and adjusting those prices but too much.
Yeah.
They're going to promote this product. You
I
got
agree.
all these sections in here so I can move this one specific product. It's not like going back and being an event planner and saying, nah, but I'm finna scale out 500 people at this price point, 500 people at this price point, and then 10 sessions at this price point to put me at an overall profit of this. You got what I'm saying?
I
Them days
agree.
over with. Like, it's not many people doing
that. Exactly. And that's why I say real event planners versus real promoters, it's just two different things. And that's just how I view it as. Now, you know what I'm saying? You have your successful spots, right? You got El Malo. Shout out El Malo. Shout out El
That's
Malo.
my favorite
man.
spot.
I got to shout out.
Yeah, that's
shout
like
out
the
El
perfect-
Malo, man.
the
That
perfect
is
balance.
The perfect balance.
Hold on. Shout out Finn and Feathers, bro. If you're going to shout out
No,
anything, shout out Finn and
Shout
Feathers.
out our lounges. Yeah, shout out Crew. Shout out Finn. I like what's the one? Victory Social? Victory or whatever.
I know you're talking
I like Victory. It's cool. I like the 309 Social. Shout out them. Shout out Serenity. Shout out Serenity
Restaurant
Blu-ray.
team.
Yeah. Shout out 33 with Thrax. Yeah, I like that. I like. Yeah. What you said? Which one?
Restaurant 10 is my shit.
Shout out Restaurant 10. I haven't been there yet. I've heard about it. Yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't been there yet. Shout out Serenity. You know what I'm saying? Blu-ray, my dogs. You know what I'm saying? They get it right. Free, parking is reasonable or free.
Sweet food lounge, too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yes,
Sweet for dinner.
always sweet.
Sweet.
Boy, they food
Sweet
was
food
stupid.
busting. Let me just
Sweet
be very
food
clear.
go
Sweet
crazy,
food been busting
man.
for years. The crab boil be busting. The wings busting. Sweet food been busting for years. I just wish, you know what it is.
Yeah,
I just wish I'm not gonna speak on it too much because we still good with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I just wish y'all wouldn't be so old sometimes.
You gotta
Adjust to the times.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like everybody's trying to adjust to the now times, but nobody's knowing that our generation is adjusting back to the old times.
Exactly.
So where we want to come in for $10, $20. You know what I'm saying? Let me skip the whole door fee and let me just buy hella shit in here.
And somebody,
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
it
Let's
was
get back to
Dream.
that.
I think Dream made this point. I think he made this point. You'll want to go into us. You know how we have our bar nights. You know what I'm saying? Where we just want to go to a bar, get a couple drinks, relax, dance, hit the town, have fun. You know what I'm saying? Being when single, you want to go talk. I got to be careful saying that because you know what I'm saying. You know how that go, right? When single, go talk to some women. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that might be, buy them a drink, whatever,
married.
right?
I mean, whatever you want to
Dream
do.
was like, you can't do that at a lot of these black club. I'm gonna say black clubs.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
majority,
I remember
it's
that.
the street clubs, right? You can't do that at a lot of these establishments because people will feel as if you fell off because they've seen you in a certain light.
I seen that. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
they've
for
seen
sure.
you in a certain light, and it's just like, damn, every night don't gotta be 342s.
3-4
And
bottles.
I love that as much as I love that. Black truck, Azul, Don, you know what I'm saying, 42. As much as I love that, every night don't gotta be that. That would get boring.
That shit boring.
That
bro.
would be boring after a while to me.
That's why I
You know what I'm
said
saying? 5 minutes. I don't know if you got something to say on that one. You know what I'm saying?
I agree to that. It's some nights that need to just be chill nights.
Right.
Co-workers, let's meet up and have a shot.
Let's go have a shot. Let's go to a bonfire and do some s'mores. Like, I feel like we got to get back. We've made outside in the African American community. We've made outside so one dimensional. We've made the club so one dimensional that like I feel like we like bring back. Let's play some board games in the club. Fuck it. Let's have a spades tournament in that motherfucker.
I'm not gonna lie though. If I see somebody playing board games at the club, I'm going home.
Okay.
Cause I'm like, no, we could have did this at the crib on some
I
like
ain't gonna lie
that
to you.
shit.
We were playing that bitch in crew. We was having a ball.
Yeah, I was finna say
Yeah,
that.
I
Oh,
was
some
gonna
a crew?
see.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that in crew.
I'll
but,
say
like,
crew, maybe in the lounge.
Big
Maybe that was
club,
going a little
though.
too far.
Yeah,
but
sit up,
like,
go home.
let's mix it up a little bit. What happened to like, let's have some theme parties. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to let's do a no cell phone party? What happened to everybody wear your jersey to the club? Like, I feel like it's always the same outfits. It's always the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's mix it up a little bit. Like, that's why let's have a little bit more fun. Like, fuck it, let's have a goddamn well, you know what I'm saying? Let's have a, let's have a red out. Everybody just went, well, you might get in a little trouble for that, but you know what I'm saying? Or green, whatever. I don't know.
But I feel like it's going. I was gonna say it's going back to what you said. Like people, they look at it like you said it fell off. So it's like they're looking at it like this is the standard. Like this is the culture. I'm supposed to be in the section. I'm supposed to be seeing 3-4 bottles come out, and they look at the bar nights. It's like, oh, that ain't what we're supposed to be doing. Like T was saying earlier. Also, like we can change that narrative. Like we can get our people in cheaper. Like we're splitting rent and doing all other like coming together stuff, making it look cool.
I hate the individualism.
But I mean, I think this. I mean, just sitting back, just listening to you. I really feel like everybody want to be like somebody when they go outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not even on some like, well, it's not. And when I say this, it's not like on some. You don't gotta feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who are you? I just feel like that's just a norm. Like when people go outside, they want to feel like somebody. Like when when you in the house, you just in the house. Like probably to yourself on it. You know what I'm saying? When you go outside, you want a female. She want to be seen. Like she want niggas to come at them. Niggas want to hoes come at them. Like I'm pot of shit. Like I think that's just the normal. But you just gotta figure out how to like balance like the stuff that y'all saying and like that though. You gotta balance it out. Cause I feel like that's just normal. Like people just. That's the whole purpose of going outside now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
And I don't mind that. But, like, you can also feel seen where I see Shawty and I want to, you know what I'm saying? If I'm at Malo, I see Shawty, I'm going to go buy her, I'm going to buy like 3 rounds of drinks. Oh, all her friends look, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All her friends looking at me like I'm the shit.
cool.
He cool people.
Instead of go spending that money on a whole section, go take that money to a bar and
Take
she got 4-5 vibes.
Take $150 to the bar,
I
buy
got 2-3 of
30
my
shots.
guys. We finna just buy shots.
You
and
feel
buy
me?
drinks and
We
gonna hop to the next spot and do it too.
You gonna get the same feeling. I just feel like you said, it hasn't been pushed out enough like that. You know what I'm saying? We need more balance in our clubs.
We do.
We need more balance. You know what I like Opium the best? I like Opium the best when they move everything out the middle and they just have the side sections, the upstairs. That's Opium is the most fun. When y'all finna do J15, right? How J15 be where you don't even have them.
I'm still gonna leave all them sections.
y'all leave them in the middle?
So it depends on how many sections you trying to sell.
Because I remember last time you did it, y'all didn't leave them. Y'all took them out.
Depends how many sections
y'all
you
gonna say
before.
you can get them off. You get them off.
Get them off. You get them off. You don't just push them away. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the vibe. But then,
I liked it when it was just you had it in them. Like when y'all did when like first day out, when how Jamari and them always do Opium first day out. They take them out the middle. And they just sell the ones on the side and everything. Bro, that'd be the best time. That'd be the best time at Opium. To me, that'd be the most fun. That'd be you can go in, you can grab a drink, but you can also duck off to a section.
Duck off to a section.
You feel me? It's the perfect balance. Like that shit is how it should be every week. Flow could be that. It's just a little too big, but you probably would need the right teams on it.
You just need the right team.
You need the right teams on it. Flow could be that. You would just need the right team. It's just Flow's. It's tough with Flow because you got Babas and you got Highness right here, and it's just kind of like, damn.
And then I was about to say, but then even with Opium, that open flow plan don't really help out Opium too much because why are you gonna do an open flow plan? Like 21 plus parties don't come out in abundance of 1,200 to 2,000 people.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. That's not what's going on.
No. Let me be very clear. Yes, they do. And let me tell you how we proved that wrong, right? Go look at El Malo Bad Sunday. Go look at El Malo Bad Sunday. See, that's why I'm here to debunk that.
I'm about to say El Malo is not the same. Malo's not a club.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though. Yes,
that's an event.
Malo go every day.
So you're not just inside of Malo, you're outside of Malo too.
No. That's
a little bit of both.
That's the Bad Sunday. That's why I'm saying you gotta just come see it. It's hard to explain. It's something you gotta just see. Same with Rocksteady. A lot of these 21. Well, let me tell you one thing too. A lot of things you can bring a lot of people in droves with 21 plus. The problem is that most people 21 plus, they don't really want to pay a cover fee like that. Unless it's like, well, you're not gonna make a lot off the door, but you're gonna make a lot from the bar. And so therefore, if you're gonna do it that way, you have to the establishment has to have an agreement with the promoter. Like, you know what I'm saying, we reach this number at the bar. It has to make sense both ways.
And it got to be a good establishment. You have to trust that they're going to send you
the right numbers. Yeah.
The right numbers.
You see what I'm saying? So then that's where that kind of comes in.
And that's really why most promoters are doing the dough. Like, be real.
That's why most of them, like,
most promoters want to do the dough because I ain't got to ask you about this bar later on.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Twin.
I wish, and this was just me, my suggestion is that we come up with an upfront way to take care of it at the door, to where a piece of that goes to the bar and a piece of that comes back to me. You see what I'm saying? That's why I promote open. I like open bar, or like having a wristband. And this wristband, like, you know, if you mark it off, I don't know, 10 times or whatever like that. Pay 60. Like, I would pay $60, right, for a wristband that gets me 10 drinks. Let's just say 25 of it kicks back to the promoter. The rest of it goes to the bar. If you sell 500 wristbands, you walk away with a check. The club satisfies their amount, right? Because a drink, when you look it up, a drink costs about $3 to make. I've done the math. I got the calculations. Let me just be very clear. Everything I say, we have calculated. Remember that bar menu I sent you the other day? Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me pull it up. A drink, if you look it up, like well drinks cost $2 to make, right? If you're charging an average of 6, if you do it times, let's just say 7, right? That'll be, or it would be 6. Let's just say 5, right? 6 times 5, that's 30. Add a $20 cover fee, $50 wristband. You see what I'm saying? You could potentially do it that way. I don't know. I'm just giving examples of what it could be. But all in all, I believe that we need to find some balance, right? We need to find a balance between sections and being able to feel, like you said, 5, right? Being able to feel important and being able to feel like, you know, getting that ego boost. A lot of us go out for that ego boost, right? We want to feel good, feel loved, feel warm, have fun. Now, some people don't, right? Because you have your, you know, qualifications that do. Some people just want to go out, dance, and have fun. I love those type of people, by the way. I love y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. But, yeah, we just got to find a balance. That's all there is to it. I think it's on us responsibly. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's going to be a lot of people that's going to have some hurt feelings by what I'm saying. And there's going to be a lot of y'all that don't agree. Quite frankly, fuck you. You're in the way. That's just how I feel. You in the way and you a part of the problem. Because all you there is just trying to make a quick buck. We actually care. I actually care about throwing events. I genuinely love throwing events. And you know what I'm saying? It's something I'm going to be doing for a long time. I have a very high passion for it. I love seeing the smile on people's faces. We have people that have met through our events in college that have gotten married. You know what I'm saying? Because partying is networking.
It's networking, yeah.
Right? Partying is networking. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're going to an A-list party in
outside
Hollywood,
period.
Yeah, outside period is networking. And it's more togetherness, right? And I think we need to do more giving back, right? Like making sure that if you do pay a cover, hey, first shot on us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that. It don't got to be a premium shot. Maybe a little lemon drop shot. You know what I'm saying? Have that made. I
El Toro shot.
Something. Yeah. Just to get the party started. Right? Get you feeling good. Make it feel worthwhile. Okay, I paid to get in, but I also got me a little shot too. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. They actually care about me. You know what I'm saying? I can tell. That's why I'm very picky about who we work with. JT knows this. We're very picky about who we work with because I can tell who's there to just make a quick buck and who's there to actually care for their consumers.
People not genuine. They just putting out any kind of product.
Any kind of product. Making any kind of flyer.
Party names be all kind of
names. Party name. Just be ratchet and just
bounce
stupid.
That ass just like your friend do Friday.
Yeah, like what? Bro, what the fuck
I mean, it's a market. You know what I'm saying? Some people like that ratchet shit.
Yeah, some people
like
do. Yeah,
shit.
And you know what? I'll leave y'all to that because I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
I go to both. You know what I'm saying? When I first started the promo shit, it wasn't a strong college crowd. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was following, the first nigga I was doing parties with, so I'm following whoever he following. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They got more of an Atlanta crowd, so I'm tapping in with them. Then I started taking their methods to the AUC. You know what I'm saying? Like a ratchet ass goddamn house party. I'm like, why I gotta be a ratchet ass house party? You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta switch it up a little bit. So, but you realize you do got crowds that's not gonna come to a goddamn Nasty Night Out. You know what I'm saying with the
Mm-hmm.
Q's, but they want to go to a Freaknik. You know what I'm saying, or a slutty wing.
And then I'll be trying to like think of all that when I'm considering the name. Like, damn, I know I can't say this, but I want to like get his vibe off. Like, I'm trying to get that vibe off. Like, I want to be freaking, but I can't say nasty.
I can't say nasty. Yeah.
So I always like to say, right, for everybody that always asks me because I get this question a lot. How do I come up? What's my process with names? How do you say the name, right? So say Freaknik, right? Now, how do I say Freaknik? Use your vocabulary. Open up your thesaurus, right? Your dictionary. Go read. Okay, fellas, you need to go read, right? How do I say this name without using those words? So now let's start going over some synonyms. Let's start going over some, let's start describing it.
And
right?
I can give you an example. We did the mansion party with YDI. They called it Slutty Mansion. We called it BBO. We didn't say, everybody know BBO, bad bitches only.
Yeah.
So it's like you compare, some people like that slutty shit.
Slutty Mansion.
To me, that shit was lit.
Some people like BBO. We like that name, but everybody's not going to go for that name. And we understand that a lot of our crowd, they're going to look at the name and be like,
yeah, for sure.
but I like the name, right? So now, how do we say that name, but in our way? We say BBO.
And that actually matters. Like, people don't think, like, why y'all can't just agree on the name? You really don't need to. Because your crowd like this name, because like when we did our mansion party, we did it as a Q's, it was House of Cream. So you already know how the cream correlates to the Q. You know what I'm saying? So any girls who fuck with the Q, like, oh, this shit finna be nasty. But at the same time, Y&T did it was like some like Slutty Mansion or some shit. You know, same shit. No, wet and slutty, wasted and slutty, some shit like that. Her crowd fucking with it. Our crowd not. Then Cam and them, they go back and they just go regular Palace. How we got, okay, the Palace started at a mansion. So they crowd in with a football team, or they do Panther Palace. So we finna go to Palace. So we got 3 different crowds that care about 3 different types of names. Yeah. But if one name was promoted, half the other 2 crowds probably wouldn't even came.
Yeah. Exactly. We understand that y'all like, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you get there, it's all finna be the same party. You feel me? So we also understand that, like, you're expecting to hear it put a certain way. Presentation matters. Marketing matters, right? But again, my whole thing is making sure that we're just being genuine to the people. Like, I feel like, especially if I charge you at the door, I try to make it worth your while. I don't want to just feel like, I'm charging you at the door. You know what I'm saying? I try to make it worth your while. That's always been my MO. And that's what I feel like, that's the reason why, quite frankly, can't nobody fuck with us in Alabama. I'm just going to say it what it is. Can't nobody fuck with us out there because they look at it from a money standpoint. We look at it from a product standpoint. Because what my pops always taught me, you master your craft and the craft will take care of you. Right? Don't worry about, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be some days. I'd rather consistently make, you know what I'm saying, X amount of money than go make a big lump sum one time, but you feel like you got fucked over and don't want to come back again.
I want to come back again.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the on that one. Anybody got any more comments, questions, you know what I'm saying, for that, particular subject? Yeah, I feel like we kind of went off everything. All right. So our next thing I kind of want to talk about is I want to talk about, like, I feel like a lot of people always ask us, and this one I'm just real quick on. A lot of people always ask us why we don't all come together on certain things. Let me be very clear. We don't have egos. All right? We would love to come together and put everything together, but certain people feel threatened. They feel like egos. They feel like they need to be the star of the show. They feel like, it's their way or no way. They have to be the quarterback, quote unquote. They have to be the leader of the pack, whatever it got to be. Personally, I've never cared about that one bit. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like we're all partners trying to get to an end goal. I would love for us to all, a lot of the major people that we've all worked with come together and throw a big 10,000, 20,000 person, you know what I'm saying, festival or pool or whatever. But probably is never going to happen because a lot of these folks got too many egos. Now, for the ones that do got egos and feel like that, if you feel like this applies to you, well, you need to go look yourself in the mirror. Don't get mad at me, because personally, I don't get involved with that, right? If I fuck with you, if you have good energy, like I said, my criteria is you being genuine to your consumers. We're not trying to fuck them over, and we're providing a good product. And then we'll talk about making money and things of that nature. But those are the first 3 things I want to take care of, right? And everything is well, safe, and secured. That's another thing. Making sure insurance is intact. You know what I'm saying? Making sure proper security protocols are in place. You know what I'm saying? Et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Right? So those are my criterias. After that, then we can, you know what I'm saying? Then we talk about everything else. But unfortunately, it just doesn't get that far. But, you know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't really mind working with other groups. I think the more you grow into your craft, you start realizing 2 things. If you put 10 of your best people inside a building in Atlanta, you're not going to make as much money because everything has a capacity on it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you put the 10 of your best people and put them in an open field. You know what I'm saying? A huge parking lot.
That's what I was going to say.
You know
Yeah, there's times where I feel like we should be able to do something like that.
But then when it comes to that, this is what people realize. Let's say you get over the ego barrier. You get what I'm saying? One thing you're not going to get over is a crowd barrier. You get what I'm saying? Because you on 10, 20,000 people, you bring all the best Atlantans from different sides. You're going to have your niggas that promote to the west side in the colleges. You know what I'm saying? West side folk in colleges, they go good in hand together. The school over there. You might have your east side niggas, the school ain't over there. They coming to the west side to have that party. Got your south side promoters. They come over there to the west to have their goddamn party. Your north side niggas coming out. Then you got the folks that's really just bringing out the scammers and the whammers. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people that just bringing out straight street niggas. Like, I'm trying to get before 10 o'clock, so I ain't got to pay for shit. And we going to tear the bitch
up.
up.
What keep everybody going. I think that's what keep y'all going, though.
I mean, it do.
I think, like, you know, it's cool to, like, you know, have that that goal to do that one big thing with everybody. But from the outside looking in, I think the competition is what keep y'all going. Graphic designer, seeing somebody shit, you know, I think I could top that. You know, you seeing somebody or y'all seeing somebody that throw some shit, I think I could top that. I think that's what keep y'all going, though. I think that's what
to a certain degree.
To a certain degree. There's
I keep
times where, yes, I do.
Not even on some, like, I gotta beat them at it, but it's like,
yeah.
You could be on the same ticket.
Let me see if I can do this shit on some.
Yeah, you could be on the same ticket and compete and have that same camaraderie, but at the same time, it's just like all the money's still going to one pot. You get what I'm saying? Give and take. Like, you might have, like I said, you might be on the whole other side with a whole other crowd, and y'all crowds just generally don't mix. We might be the best of friends. We might do the best business, but our crowds just don't mix. So for the safety of the entire venture, it might not be the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying?
And that is also a very true thing. There are certain people that, quite frankly, we just don't work together not because we don't fuck with each other, but mainly because we understand that if I brought, you know, I'm bringing SWATs and Glenwood together, it might get ugly. I don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
It's a safety precaution.
It's a safety precaution for sure. Now, it's just something that's promoted because we get together and, like, put all our money up to say, you know, we're going to make this the safest and biggest event possible.
Yes.
Yeah, that's 100% possible to do because, like you said, let's say, what's that shit they did at Westside Motor Lounge? Not at Westside, the rodeo event they did over the summer. Deuce on the Ground.
Yeah, Deuce
and Boots, whatever.
Yeah.
That wasn't your most known promoters at the moment. They're very good promoters, and they all came together to do a huge-ass event. You get what I'm saying? So you can put your pride aside and go do it. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, from where we at right now, it's a maturity thing. Like, they'll have to say, you know what, I want to do this event with y'all, but I do want to put my pride away to make sure it's the safest event possible. And that might take 6 to 7 months. And who knows, I might be planning something with you for the next 3 to 4 months, and it coming up to it, and you probably shit and ran off with the whole event. You know what I'm saying? You done probably had half of the.
Do you have the integrity? Yeah, it's integrity, which is why, again, I'm very selective about who we work with, cause and some of y'all stop stealing party names. At least ask. Damn, ask. I don't mind you using, especially if you're in another state. Yeah. But like some of y'all Ohio niggas,
Kentucky.
Some of y'all Kentucky niggas, some of y'all Detroit niggas,
Louisiana,
some of y'all Louisiana niggas.
North Carolina too.
Man,
God damn.
Man,
no.
God damn.
You could be inspiring niggas.
No,
I would say, like,
I'm not minding that. I don't mind that. But all I'm saying is because when I start copyrighting, because there's some names that when I start copyrighting these names, because there's a couple names I have copyrighted, use them. I'm gonna send my lawyer up there, right? Because you can copyright names now. You know what I'm saying? I figured out how to do that, and I'm gonna start sending my lawyer up there and be like, yeah, I need 30% of the door. We're just gonna take that. We're gonna put it in the pocket. It's gonna get shipped over back to me. Because if you don't ask, even if you saying it's expired, because there's been some names, right? Shout out my dog Emperor. You know what I'm saying? From Ski. Shout out my boy, right? He had made no curfew. I definitely had to use that one day. That was hard. He made that years ago.
Inspired.
And I was like, yeah, I like that name. I want to make No Curfew like a little after hours party or whatever like that. I asked him about it. He said, cool. And then I was like, and as respect, the next LSU weekend, we'll have you on a little 10%. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't feel like we just Xing you out of the play. Boom. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Like I was saying, when you going over, I'm not mad at you taking the name. I'm just mad at you. You'll take the whole aesthetic and vibe with the name. So the flyer, you might take the whole flyer. You might take the exact flyer and just change it.
That'd be one thing. They'll take the flyer. I done seen something so bad where they done took the flyer. They ain't even cover up our logos. They just put a little white thing over there and put their logo. I said, now it looks ugly. Like, why did you do that? And the other thing, too, is how did you know I wasn't going to use that again?
You know what I'm saying? Now you messed up.
Now you done fucked up the trilogy. You done fucked up the play when Buddy used Party Next Door. The whole time. So we had this event. It was called A Party Next Door. The whole gist of it was A Day, but we did A Party Next Door because we did it at Stillman Gym. Shout out Stillman, by the way. Love y'all. Hope we can come back eventually. You know what I'm saying? But we did it. That's how we did that. Went amazing. You know what I'm saying? Great party. Everyone had fun. But then this dumbass nigga gonna go and take the same flyer and go use it in Birmingham. It don't got nothing to do not knowing the whole back and it flopped. And not knowing the whole background of why we called it A Party Next Door. You feel me? It was a reason we called it that. And we had trilogies lined up for it. So now you done fucked up the motion behind it. And it's just like, okay, now I gotta re-rock everything. Which is why, now starting this year, names are copyrighted. Steal it if you want to. We can't prove it in court, and we will take your 30%. Don't worry, we'll garnish it some kind of way. Trust me.
I need the whole 100%. Just give me the party.
Throw me the party. See, I'm being nice. He not being nice. I said 30.
Man, that shit get bad. That shit gets bad.
It do get bad.
Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, especially like if y'all go look at these Greek pictures that be over the summer. I swear to God, my after party names the majority of all of y'all lineups, bro. Majority.
Wait, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I'm gonna tell it for him because oh my goodness, dog. So he was calling me about AGP. All right. Trey, you got to hear this one. No, real talk. This is exactly what happened, bro. We were calling about AGP, okay? And he had sent me the party names, lineups, and I was like, okay, I kind of seeing if I wanted to be on it because I know we had a lot of Bama Greeks. They love coming to Georgia for AGP, all right? This other group of people took the flyers, took the names of his whole lineup, made it their lineup, took his logo off, put their logo on, and started promoting it out, running ads. So now the whole time, they thought they were buying tickets for that party but showing up to his door. And vice versa. The whole thing got confused.
The whole weekend
got confused. On purpose. They did it on purpose. Because he was putting belts of ass on them. Straight like that. Speaking of that competition, right, Five? He was putting straight belts of ass on them. Straight like that. They wasn't selling nothing because they was asking us to get on with them. But I was like, no, if I'm going to do anything, it's going to be with my boy because he already asked me, blase. They just stole the whole thing. Word for word, day for day. Wasn't even like you stole the name and switched the days up. No.
Coming to another venue that didn't have the lineup?
Bruh,
so it's like, okay.
That don't make sense.
Imagine
showing up to another venue that didn't have the lineup.
So boom, right? Imagine if you see Pretty Nasty here, but then you see Pretty Nasty here on the same day. Right. They were buying his ticket, but then showing up over there thinking that it was his party because it was the same flyer, and they're not paying attention. Yeah, because they're going to another venue
without the same lineup.
Without
the person's not showing up.
Exactly. Because they didn't understand, because they didn't know, because obviously people don't, we know y'all don't be reading like that. We know y'all attention spans are the size of a squirrel nut. It's okay. We get it. You know what I'm saying? Especially in these days. Y'all got about 5 seconds. It's a 5-second rule. As I always like to say, you got 5 seconds to get your point across. And then you got to keep it pushing, especially in this day and age. So it was basically like, he had a party here. It was this name. They had a party here. They took his name. So it makes it seem as if his party was over here. or that party was over there.
No,
So everybody was just confused.
You gotta clarify how the way they solidified it was during one of the biggest like events we had. They came out and put my name on wristbands.
Oh,
with their address on the wristband.
Yeah.
So it's my party name.
Yeah, wait.
But they building the address, they did. And they just passed it out.
Shit literally says.
Start fighting the promoters now? I mean, that seems like
God working a crazy way because it happened like that without us doing it. Like, yeah, he caught it. It was bad.
Oh,
it was bad.
That's right. He did get dragged out. Oh, he got dragged out the club. I forgot you weren't there for that. Yo, he got dragged. 5. Bro, I can't even mention the name, but I'm not even trying to do all of that. Yo, 5. Bro. Face blood dripping down.
Was this opium?
Yes.
I was there.
You remember? When he was we in the back. I'm like, Mace. I said, Mace, you beating the nigga ass? Mace? That's the nicest security guy ever. Oh my goodness, it was so bad.
Bro, karma is crazy.
Karma's crazy. It was so bad. And yes, don't worry. We know what's going on. You just get blackballed and ran out the city. Because you're not allowed to promote no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll let people know, like, oh, yeah, nah, you can't even do that. It's some dudes out there right now. They're using the name that I created. I created their promotion name. They still using it to this day. They can't say shit to me. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. You feel me? Don't get it twisted. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, we just know the owner, so we just tell them, yeah, that's our bag now. You feel me? Like, well, that's what I said. Now it's just going to be copyrighted. Every name copyrighted. So you can steal it if you want. We just going to take your whole door. Thank you for the free money.
I appreciate you.
That's all I got to say. But yeah, nah. Like, yeah, it's a lot of things, bro. It's motherfuckers out here. They still got, they use the name I created. You feel me? And it's like, shout out to the ones that's, cool about it. You feel me? But to the ones that, be trying to act like they just so above everybody. That's another thing, too. I hate y'all promoters that be trying to act like y'all just so above the world. I hate people that act, I hate the promoters that act like they're just so above the world. And I'm specifically talking about promoters because a lot of the event planners don't do it. I'm specifically talking about those promoters that want to act like they just so high and mighty and just this great, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just so much better than you. They just give off that attitude. And it's just like, bro, shut up. Like, bro, like, nobody cares. Like, dog, provide a space, let people have fun, go in and vibe. I also hate the promoters. I'm sorry, I'm getting on you a little bit here. Go talk to your people. Get in the line. Get in the field. Go out there. Say hello to people. Check on them. See how they're doing. Y'all act like y'all don't got no people skills. Stop being so fucking rude.
That is not me. I don't talk to my talent that I book.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, what am I having? Oh my! I'm so happy I booked you, man. Like I paid you the deposit.
Yeah.
How you been and do this?
I'm gonna shift that one over to you because that's something you talked about. So one thing Tiggy was talking to me about was how, we talk about this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing Tiggy was talking to me about was how, let's say, boom, I'm booking, you might have mentioned artist name. We cool on that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay, cool. Let's say I'm booking Lil Dill, right? All right. I book Dill and he come through. Now, obviously, let's just ignore the fact that we already have a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. I'm booking him. If y'all come in, I'm over here like, what's good? How y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Let's say you've seen, some of the people that they greet you versus the ones like they don't even want to speak to you. It's kind of like just go out there and do what you got to do. Here's your stuff. Here's your room. Go out there, do what you got to do. Don't talk to me, right? Versus hey, how you doing? We might sit down for a little interview. I might drop some clothes off. I might have some gifts for you. You know what I'm saying? Blase, because I want to make you feel welcome, comfortable, at home. Vice versa, Tiki was on some, I don't give a fuck about speaking to the talent.
Let them go.
You feel me? It's just, I booked you, deposits paid, back ends paid. Go do your thing.
Everybody else gonna
how do you feel? Man. How do you feel like about as an artist, man?
That's cool.
You feel me? Does it matter to you as far as like, do you show now? What I say is, as you grow and like, I remember him. He showed love and favor. He showed me love back then, so I might show him a better price as we get bigger. Versus, you just got to standard rate. So
I mean, it depends. Like, I feel like if you and that promoter or whoever, y'all just getting straight to business. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes though, y'all, when like, from what I know from both sides, is like when y'all booking and going through that process, I feel like that person like that, like the promoter or whatever, and the team, they talking every day. So it's like they probably exchange social media.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they probably talking all kind of shit. It's like as soon as they get there, they just shit. It is what it is.
Sometimes, yeah.
But then a lot of time on my end, like, but a lot of promoters be building fake ass relationships. I'm not in the business of building a fake relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's just say I go book your artist. You get what I'm saying? And like 2 months from me booking your artist is like the next biggest artist in the city.
Right.
Fuck that in the world. I'm getting on Instagram, man, damn, brother. Shout out to my brother. You know what I'm saying? But my motherfucking brother, I hate that shit. I swear to God, that's what they gonna do. But the only thing I did was when you came up here, what's up, bro? I'm nice to meet you. Woo. Now you my brother? Bro, we go ahead, let's say the bullshit, twin. Like, for real, I booked you. I'm glad you doing what you doing, your accolade, but we never had a relationship. Now, there's a difference between, like, I booked on Infamous. You get what I'm saying? When I booked Infamous, he needed his partners to get in the club. Got he was going to come late. So, me and him actually talking one-on-one, and he ain't had no management at the time. So, he get to the club. Me and Buddy already cool for real. You get what I'm saying? So,
and I done seen, like,
chopping
situations, like, you could just tell. You could tell when the, like, they done really did their homework on the artist. Like, some people just book an artist and just to book him. Like, they know it's a money grab.
Yeah.
But some people, they really fuck with this person's music. So it's like, yeah, when I see you, I'm trying to chop it up with you, like, get to know you, like, this is what I'm doing, woot the woot. Like, you really want to build a relationship. But you do got some that just like, hey, bro, this is money grab.
This is a play.
This is a play. Like,
and some of the artists are even good people too. Like, you realize, I
you got
like,
some people like that. You got some artists like that.
You got some
you got some
assholes.
asshole. Bro, I remember we was at. I used to run one club called VODs, and they had. I ain't gonna say her name too much.
Nah, fuck that. We gonna start saying some names.
It was the girl in New York named Lay something. You know what I'm saying? She was going viral for her.
Oh, but
so,
you know,
the owner,
she done got side. And I throw you off track.
What?
You know, she done got exposed on TikTok for being an asshole to a couple people now.
You know what I'm saying? Because she, I'm gonna be real with you. The owner came up to me because the owner is having a good conversation with Shawty. So he like, hey yo, this my head promoter. I want him to talk to you because I want to get you in for a night. They're having to go conversation just like this. As soon as he bring me over, I'm like, hey, how you doing? My name is Tig. Y'all love to book you for a night. I swear to God, she move her hand, go to her manager, and then the manager give me the response. I said, no, you got it. And I love, but you got me fucked up. We looking dead ass at each
That's
other.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And you gonna talk to her assistant and
like
talk
you
to
just
me?
so above.
Bruh,
The
come on.
only nigga that ever, I hate to say it to him like this, but the only nigga that ever, maybe it might have just been a bad day, but the only nigga that ever threw me off like that was Hood Rich. That's the only nigga that ever threw me off like that. I did not fuck with that nigga. Remember when he came to Playhouse back in the day? Did not fuck with that nigga. I'm sorry. I just didn't. I don't fake it. I'm with you on that one. I'm not here to fake it. And that's also why, and speaking to your point, right, Five, how you said about booking artists that you genuinely fuck with. I personally only book artists that I genuinely fuck with musically. Because respectfully, we're event planners. That's why I say this. Another thing when I say event planners versus promoters. We're event planners. Why would I give you $20,000? I can go make $20,000 on my own. I could do an open bar party and pack the bit out and make $20,000 on my own. Why would I do? Well, I don't need you to. Artists. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We are in a Trey. You talked about how you say about the hip hop and how it's declining. One of the reasons it's declining is because, quite frankly, because of streaming and accessibility, I don't need to book artists like that in these venues. You don't. It's not a requirement for real. Unless I'm doing a concert. Realistically, I don't need to book. They're going to come out and sing your song along. They gonna say, yeah, I'm geeked up, looking for a eater. They gonna sing that shit anyways. I don't need to do that. Now, it's nice, and I want you here because I genuinely fuck with you, right? But you gotta make it make sense. Fit it within the budget. Yeah. Give me a reasonable price. You know you only got 1 or 2 hit songs. I was saying, some of y'all got to be reasonable. You know you only got 1 or 2 songs that need to be performed in the club.
But you want 15,000.
But you want 15,000.
15,000.
Man,
come on, bro.
You didn't do no promotion. You didn't pay. You not worth that. You know you're not worth that. You're worth that for a full show if I'm bringing you to the Tabernacle or Coca-Cola Roxy. And I'm gonna have you speak on this file because I want to hear from your perspective as an artist manager perspective, right? But from a promoter perspective, you feel me? I don't need to pay. I don't need unless you are A-list. I'm talking about. I'm bringing Lucci through. Just first day out, right? It's a special circumstance when we booked. If I'm getting first dibs The only time I'm paying top dollar is if I'm getting first dibs in the city. You haven't performed in a while. You drop something new that everybody want to hear, right? And you can do that, and it's still got to be reasonable. It's still got to be reasonable because, quite frankly, I can just play your song and go on about my day, right? Or it's a holiday weekend, and you make a difference between if I book you for 20, I can go make 80, versus I'd only make 30 that weekend. You have to make a 3x difference.
Exactly.
You have to make a 3x difference for the price point that you give me. Otherwise, it ain't worth it. And I'm just going to say that straight up. I don't care how many of y'all artists want to be mad at it. Y'all need to get out here. Y'all need to get better PR. Y'all need to get out here and establish relationships. This is not the era of being mysterious anymore. This is the era of you have to be seen. That's why we're sitting here doing this podcast. Yeah. Quite frankly, this is no longer, back in the day, as promoters, you didn't want to be seen. You let the brand be seen, and that was it. You wanted to be as hands off as possible. In this day and age, it's the complete opposite. The next Michael Jackson will not be some mysterious figure. The next Michael Jackson will be like Speed and Kai and Aiden and all them boys. They're going to be on stream, hitting every continent, back road, city in the country. Everybody going to have a piece.
I'm trying to be seen.
They're gonna feel it. Because like you said, the world now is they're trying to be seen because of social media. You know what I'm saying? Take that advice as you might need, you see fit. But yeah, from the artist manager standpoint, I would like to hear how you feel when promoters come at you and say, "Hey, we got you, and we have this in the budget." You know what I'm saying? How do you navigate that?
I was just sitting here just thinking, period, like what you were saying. I feel like this is what I was just thinking about. I feel like COVID did that though.
It did.
I feel like
COVID
did
changed
that because back
everything.
then, like, you got promoters handing out. From what I used to know and seen personally,
You can speak on it because you were there for the
40 racks. You got niggas throwing like 100 racks. This on some like weekday shit.
Yeah.
Like, artists was really getting it.
Because back then, artists actually, it was. But back then,
I feel like that's because the way money was being printed.
Oh God.
I mean, money still being printed crazy now, but it's like
COVID though.
Like, it don't matter. I just seen all kind of artists get crazy, like back in bags.
What Rick Ross say?
Like,
I get
COVID was a
75
time.
on
So I think
Wednesday.
that's like now. I feel like now it's just so like norm. I guess they come out 15,000, 20,000. But I mean, you gotta have them type of songs though. Like you gotta have them type of songs to be asking for that. Like
You do.
gotta have
You
some
ask
type
me
of-
for 50. Pooh Shiesty can ask me for 50 for a walkthrough. Cool. He can. You feel me? You can't. Sorry. Pooh Shiesty can ask me for 50 for a walkthrough. I got 25 for the down payment today. Call me. You see it. Big dog. What, call me. Call me. Let me know. I got that right now. Fuck going on. You feel me? There's certain niggas that can ask me for it. You know what I'm saying? If YK Niece hadn't came to Bama twice, she could ask me for a certain amount. I'm cool with
And
that.
it's like there's a few people out there.
Yeah. Sexy
I
can
can't.
ask me
No,
for
I was gonna say like on both sides. Like that's one side.
You
On
also have
another
to
side-
realize that the venue, and that was one thing. Nudie kind of got into that about concerts versus parties, but we'll get into that. That's a separate conversation. We'll get into that in a minute. But Nudie had got on that where you also have to understand that the club can only fit so many people and can only make so much.
Mm-hmm.
So when we say we only got 50K for you, it's because we've done the numbers. We can only max this club out at 200,000. We still got to keep lights on. We still got to get paid. We still got to live our lives. So you can get this 50. We gonna get 50, and the club gonna get 100.
I was gonna say something like stringing back to what you were saying earlier about that relationship part. Y'all was saying building a relationship. The ones that like, that do like the promoters or event planners that do step out and pay that fee, like that price.
Yeah.
Them the ones that like 9 times out of 10 they build a relationship. Those the ones that sometimes like the ones that be like, all right, bet I'll pay that shit. They 9 times out of 10 be the ones that in a few years they get the car.
And and if you're an artist, I feel like it's smart to understand that you need to understand inflation. Okay, cool. You got 40,000 in New York. That's New York. You're not getting 40,000 in Alabama. But let me be very clear. you need to come to Alabama more than you need to go to New York. You need to go to the small areas. I feel like as an artist, tell me if I'm wrong, all right? As a small artist, you need to go, as an artist in general, especially if you're up and coming, you need to go to the smaller areas more than you need to go to the bigger areas. Because the smaller areas are going to be more appreciative. They're going to pop out bigger, right? Because they don't get to see people as much. They're going to pay more, right? Because I can get, somebody to pay 40, 60 in Birmingham, right, or Tuscaloosa versus Atlanta. Because Atlanta going to be like, who this nigga? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Birmingham might be more inclined to, let me go see what this is talking about. Because I actually I have something to do. And somebody cared enough to feel like we were important. A lot of people don't recognize that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand adjustments. 50 and it might be 40K in Dallas. But San Antonio might only be 35. And that but as Rick Ross like to say, leave no money on the table. And on top of that, you going there is going to grow your family. It keeps your consistency up.
And I think artists right now honestly forget about that because we're such in like a TikTok era and how music is promoted. Like, bro, these crowds that's trying to pay you, like, even in whatever they got in their budget for their small ass time, bro, take that shit. Me as an artist, new artist, I'll take a 10,000 every 3 days in different cities than waiting for a nigga to come pay me $30,000, $40,000 one time out the month.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real, I can run that shit up.
Right. And
It
personally,
just got to be. It depends on like what it is though.
how do you feel? How do you feel about that?
You want to just grab at everything. You know what I'm saying?
Like, not everything. Obviously, you're vetting the promoters. You're dealing with things of that nature. But I'm saying, like, every city has its.
Got to be a balance.
Right.
Got to be a balance.
It's got to be a balance.
Yeah, got to be a balance.
But I just say, like, there's certain B-list cities that I feel like artists need to go to. You need to go to Oklahoma City.
I think
you
that's
need
part
to go
of
to Milwaukee.
the development part.
Yeah.
Artist development. Like,
Yeah. And then once
you got a good team around you. They
that understands that.
They
Yeah.
let you know stuff
I
like
feel,
that.
and then I also feel like a lot of artists get too greedy too fast. You get one hit song and think now it's time to start charging 20.
Yeah.
That's why I said. That's why I said though. That's why I said earlier. Like you got some. I'm saying, but you got some that's throwing that. So like now the artist, you can't even blame them. You probably have somebody down here to give you that. So now you thinking as an artist, you think.
And then they wonder why they phase out after a year.
But it's like.
Then you wonder why you're not relevant after.
I don't really put nobody at fault behind it. It's like,
and that's why I think it is. And tell me I'm lying. All artists, and see, you understand it because you were with us.
Yeah, I know.
Through the promotion, so you know the back end of things, right? You know both sides. Every artist needs somebody that knows both sides of the equation. You have to. Every artist needs a promoter, event planner. Every artist. If you want to be successful for a long period of time, I'm not talking about the ones that want to just come in and make a quick buck.
You want to be warriors.
Right. You said what?
Not the VIP warriors.
Not the VIP warriors. I'm talking about the ones.
Some of the people I talk to, like inside, most of the people I talk to, they didn't even. Whether it was like a promoter,
they've
DJ,
never been on this side.
No, I'm saying like most of the people I talk to that's in the industry, like at the top or like on their way, like they started out in some form of fashion doing like a party or was on the scene outside. Like most of the ones I run into, like that's how they got.
You have to. This is where it's the foundation. It doesn't matter. Look, it doesn't matter what's going on. What's the one thing in this world? No matter white, black, tall, short, disabled, gay, straight. What's the one thing in this world that everyone loves to do?
Party.
Thank you.
I was gonna say like music is a
music
is
too.
another language.
Music is
that
another
everybody
language.
speak.
Everybody speak. Yeah.
And
Everybody speak.
But Trey, my line. Doesn't matter if you're old, short, married, divorced, widowed, let one arm missing, whatever. Everyone loves to have a good time. They like to have fun. Whatever your definition of fun is, everyone likes to have fun. Fun makes people feel good. It'll always be around. It all comes back down to that foundation. And if you don't understand that foundation and build it solid, you're going to crumble. We've seen plenty of artists. Sorry, Cinco. Love you to death. You didn't build your shit right. And I'm gonna be critical about you. Yeah, we're gonna throw some names out there. You didn't build your shit right. You feel me? We tried to tell you. And there's gonna be some niggas in Bessemer probably mad at me about saying this one. But goddamn it, Yavo's learning. I like it. He figured it out a little bit. Shout out my dog. That's my boy. He's learning.
Yeah, Avo one of them ones.
Yeah, he's
I
one of them
fuck with
ones,
Avo.
boy. Shout out Big Ava, man. Shout out my boy Plug Rich. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Smitty, too. You know what I mean? Shout out all my dogs. Real talk. They're learning, right? You know why Bunna? You want to know why Bunna B is doing so well? First of all, you know why she keeps her prices right? You know why she does that? And she has longevity, and she's going to continue to be longevity because Raymond's there. Raymond know he's been on both sides. He know what's going on. So when you got somebody in your ear that tells you what's really going on, because again, like I just said, why would I pay you $20,000 when I can already go do that? You don't add. You still. I don't care what hit song you have. You have to add value to any situation. That is business. That is how business works. You have to add value to the situation. Are you throwing $10,000 away? Are you throwing $10,000 away? I'm not. Do you feel me? It doesn't work that way. So that's what I say to them. That one, cause we want to book y'all to come to the club. You think they're not asking us when we gonna bring who such and such down? When we gonna bring Baby Drill down, or bring Nuda down, or bring 21 down, or whatever like that. Now there are some people that are so well established that we have no business bringing them because they've outgrown the club. Because like I told y'all, the club can only make, it's a foundation and it can only make so much. But it's good. Everybody has to do a club run. It's one of the reasons why, and I'm going to get on her a little bit, it's one of the reasons why Flo Millie hasn't grown as much as she should have. Because her team thought it was a good idea to skip the club runs and just go to the Jimmy Colonels and go to all of that. No, you still have, everybody has to do it. Even the white people have to do it. Even the white artists, rock bands, they go to their versions of it.
I think Flo making that bag though.
She is making the bag. Let me be very clear.
I think Flo making that bag.
She's still getting that bag.
Yeah.
But she isn't as prominent as she should be. Flo should be A-list.
She got a nice fan base.
She has a great fan base. I'm not sitting here arguing it. First of all, Flo Millie, let me be very clear.
Flo Millie
love your
shit.
music. This is not me saying that you are bad. Right? You know you my dog from Mobile. Come on now. LSU weekend. We go back. You know that. But I'm going to be critical where I'm critical. That's why this is called TBH. I'm critical where I'm critical. She does not connect and doesn't do the numbers that I feel like she should do because she skipped some steps. That's why Nicki is so big. Because Nicki don't skip steps. As weird as she is, as fucked up as shit she do, she don't skip steps. These folks don't skip steps. You cannot skip them. There has to be, right, like I know a lot of artists, they don't like taking lower costs to do ticket shows, as we like to say, concert shows. I know you've probably heard that term before, right? Doing ticket shows. You have to do that though. And you have to build it. Because there is a distinct difference between ticket shows and the club. And even though you might be popping in the club, your ticket shows, you might have to go back. What Nudie talks about, the 21 talks about that in some of his interviews, right? Where, hey, I had to go, I was making $40,000 in the club, right? I was making $40,000 in the club, but I had to go back to making $5,000 for the $5,000 a show for this tour because I had to build my ticket sales up. But what you don't understand is, when you go back to making that and you build it up, now all of a sudden he makes $200,000 a show. Or you look at Rod Wave, he makes $2 million a show, right? Because then Rod Wave took it a step further. He owns his merch, licensing, advertisement money, all of that, ticket sales, all of that. He owns all of that. All of that comes to his company. You see what I'm saying? So then that's another reason why, right? You have promoters versus event planners. I'm gonna tie it back into that, right? So we like throwing our events because there was a point in time where we made $7 but spent $5 and it was only $2,000 and we had to split that between 4 people or whatever. Yeah, I could have just been the VIP guy and made $1,500 booking 7 tables, but do you want to be stuck making that same $1,500 every time, or do you want to work your way up, right? And so then that's where it comes to, well, okay, great. I'm going to build my database. I'm going to get out there and get the followers. I'm going to pass the flyers out. I'm going to build my promo team. I'm going to help people. I'm going to inspire people. I'm going to do community building events, right? And I'm going to spend that money and I'm going to grow and build because eventually I'm going to get to a point where me and these 3 other guys, we can do a parking lot concert together and bring out 10,000 people and go make this money. And now everybody's eating. And then we can do that consistently. Shout out Jamari, because I know that's what he do, you know what I'm saying? And consistently, right? And that's what it means. That's one of the big differences, at least that I see. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. I only say that because I had to ask you on that particular subject because I know you see it more. So obviously you're getting more of the offers and things of that nature.
It's cool. Like, I just try to see both sides of it.
I know, and I think because you see both sides, that's what's going to propel y'all to greatness. Because once y'all get there to that point where everything just start rolling in day after day, it's like, okay, no, we need to take this deal because this is a city that. So then as you look at your analytics, you say, I got a lot of listeners.
People don't even realize what Rod Wave doing right now. I thought that was gonna come up.
I did. I just talked about it. Rod Wave, he runs his whole operation. He trade a lot of these artists. They sign deals with Rock Nation, Live Nation, and they get 200,000.
They cool too though.
That's cool too. But Rod Wave, no. He books the venue and pays all that stuff out himself. He gets $2 million a show. Rod Wave make Drake money. People don't even understand that. 21 is now on that realm where he's making that kind of.
I think a lot of artists when they get.
He has his own internal team.
I feel like when a lot of artists get to that level, they gonna start doing that.
That handles the advertisements that come behind the stage, everything. They handle every detail. So cause like for instance, right, if JT, you know what I'm saying, got a hit song out, and I'm Live Nation, and I give him 100,000, I probably made 10 million off of him. Because I probably made $5 million in merch sales and all this other stuff. He don't see that money. All he sees is that $100,000 check. Great money. But I'd rather take the risk. He got somebody that does the printing, right? And gets the shirts and gives them. Like he said, Rod Wave got a full, he controls the whole distribution. Exactly.
And it takes time to get there though.
It takes time to get there. And it's a lot of sacrifice, right? But a lot of people, again, that's how you tell the real event planners from can you sacrifice for a year? Can you say, okay, this event isn't going to make that much money on this big day, but I know when I do it again next year, I'm gonna run it up for real. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I know when I do another one 3 months later, I'm gonna run it up for real, right? Can you sacrifice that? Can you sacrifice this 1-2 times to get to that next level? A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people want to see the money now. They got that microwave mentality. If they can't get it right here and there, it don't make no sense. Yeah. And that's why you see a lot of artists burn out. You see a lot of promoters burn out and kind of just fall into that category.
Anything in life, I feel like when it's just microwaved or a quick scheme, it don't last long.
It don't last long.
I feel like anything you're doing in life, you gotta like go through the dubs, go through the L's, go through the trials and tribulations, go through the highs, go through the lows.
Nothing worth staying is gonna build. That applies to that applies to your relationships. Yeah. That applies to business, right? You know what I'm saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. You know that's a true story, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if that applies to anything, building a house. I think that applies to anything. Like anything. Nothing that gets microwaved. Yeah. Nothing microwaved is gonna. That's why to all you people that first of all, let this be a lesson to just start. We've been talking about doing this podcast for a year. One day I woke up, I called Trey. What I call you on like a Thursday, Friday? I was just like, hey, send the invoice. Let's get this booked. I was like, we don't even got no logo behind here, no screen, no nothing. We just woke up and said, let's get to it. And eventually, as y'all are going to watch this growth, you're going to see it's going to keep growing.
Facts.
Nice. But, fellas, that's about it for me today. That's all we really got to talk about. Is anybody else got anything that we want to cover on before we go? You know what I'm saying?
I'll just keep going. Keep going with your idea, like what you doing right now, like this podcast thing. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I every time I get on a podcast with anybody like that start their own podcast, I just be sitting back watching, just listening.
We will be having sessions every week. Eventually, they will be live, and y'all will be able to come in here and ask us questions. Right, live and direct. We'll have the Twitch stream up live, and you'll be able to come in, ask questions. You'll be able to ask, if you got if you hear something we're talking about and you want to stop and you want to be like, hey, Five, this question or whatever. Sometimes it won't always be us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be going over a variety of different topics, It won't always be us. Sometimes, people won't be here because, we have responsibilities, of course. But we're here. We're starting. And, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to Be Honest. Or welcome to TBH, I should say.
TBH.
I'll see y'all boys later. We out.
All right, cut.
Cut good.